Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Guys. It is, hold on one second, let me see what day it is. Wednesday morning. Just got finished doing a little work. Drinking my water right now. Had me a few cashews, which is not good for the morning time, but I was hungry, so I ate some cashews. I'm gonna drink me a protein drink a little later. But I wanted to drop this video real quick to talk about depression and how I feel about it. And if you watch any of my other videos, you know I think depression is bullshit. It's real, but it's bullshit. And let me tell you why. Because most of the time depression comes from failures. Not necessarily your failures, but any failure that's in your environment. You know, it could be a failure of a relationship, a failure at a job. It's not necessarily your failure. It's that a situation or in your environment did not work out. You was let down. Somebody stabbed you in the back. You was fired. Somebody broke up with you. Your childhood probably wasn't the greatest. You was in a toxic environment. So there are a lot of factors that are involved with depression. However, never concede to depression. And the reason I say this is because depression is psychological. And when you concede to something that you can't see, it's hard to correct it. It's psychological. I mean, you can admit that you're depressed. And you can meditate for 5 minutes. Then go out and go for a jog. Go for a run. And it may follow you around for a little while. The depression may shadow you for a little while. But you're not depressed. You're just underdressed for life. And I'm going to expand on that a little bit. The expression, you're not depressed, you're underdressed for life, that's something that I came up with. And I went to Google for a little research on the mindset of someone that's depressed. And I put together my own formula on how to deal with depression. And here's a take on it, because I've been depressed at times. When I get depressed, I go for a drive. I go to the gym and work out. I watch a motivational video. I just think about those people who are not depressed. I'm like, I want to be like them. And I just watch and do what they do. And for the most part, they're happy. They're not angry and bitter, vindictive and nasty. But let me continue. So it says that you're underdressed. The expression "you're not depressed, you're underdressed" life suggests that our mental and emotional states are heavily influenced by how we present ourselves and engage with the world. Let me say that again. Our mental and emotional states are heavily influenced by how we present ourselves and engage with the world. Not how the world presents itself to us. Not what the world is doing to us, but how we present ourselves to the world. It implies that by metaphorically dressing ourselves more appropriately, psychologically, through attitude, behavior, and self-care, we can improve our outlook on life and combat feelings of depression. Let's expand on this idea. Appearance and self-perception. Physical appearance, how we dress and groom ourselves, can significantly impact our self-esteem and confidence. Wearing clothes that make us feel good can elevate our mood and give us a sense of control and positivity. That's what I tell you guys about how you dress, how you look, and how you present yourself. It impacts you psychologically because you want people to look at you no matter what people say. I don't care about what people think. You need to. I don't care what people think about me. You need to. Because people can only judge you by what they see because they don't have enough information. If they see a piece of shit, they're going to treat it like a piece of shit. And they're going to scoop it up and bury it. So you need to present yourself in a dress according to how you want people to treat you. Now, you have some idiots out there that's going to treat everybody the same for the most part. But then you have other people out there that treat people according to how they think that person want to be treated. That may not always be appropriate. You may be wrong sometime in your judgment, but you don't have no choice because this is you. If you're in survival mode and self-preservation mode, you have to prejudge situations. You have to prejudge people. That's part of your self-defense mechanism. That's why a mother bear automatically assumes that everybody wants to harm her cub and she's gonna run you off. Crows do the same thing. Moose do the same thing. You get anywhere near their cub or their young, they not assuming shit, but that you're there to hurt them and they about to get you first. That's life. Let me finish. Small changes like dressing neatly, maintaining good hygiene, and wearing colors that uplift us can influence how we feel about ourselves and how others perceive us. Those are facts. Those are facts. Mother Nature didn't increase smells and colors for no reason. They have a reason because they impact your perception, your mood. It's scientific research that red is a hunger color. Blue is an uplifting color. Yellow is a high frequency color. All this stuff impacts your mood. That's why I got these things called mood rings. I don't know how true those are, but I'm just saying, as an example. Symbolic dressing. Beyond physical clothing, dressing for life can mean equipping ourselves with the right mindset and attitude. Just as wearing a suit can make us feel more professional, adapting a positive attitude can prepare us to face challenges with resilience. So if you always run around with a chip on your shoulder, it was not going to take much to light that for that chip to be ignited. And you're going to always be on fire. Because every time you look around, somebody's triggering you because you're so sensitive and weak. So you must have a psychological tuxedo on. Mindset and attitude. Positive thinking, cultivating a positive mindset is akin to dressing up for life. Optimism and gratitude can act as psychological armor, protecting us from negative thoughts and helping us find joy in everyday moments. Guys, you're going to have times when you're sad, when you're mad, when you're agitated. Those times are going to come. But you have to find optimism and gratitude even in the most negative moments. You got to be optimistic and positive. You say, well, that could have been a terrible accident. I'm glad that person didn't hit me. Instead of, you son of a, you almost killed me. Okay, but they didn't hit you, so just move on. Instead of running them down and road rage and acting crazy. Let me move on. Practicing mindfulness and focusing on the present can shift our attention from worries and regret to appreciation and contentment. Resilience. Building mental resilience is like wearing a sturdy outfit in harsh weather. It helps us navigate life's difficulties without being overwhelmed. Resilience involves developing coping strategies, seeking support, and maintaining a hopeful outlook even in the face of adversity. Behavior and actions. Active engagement, actively participating in life rather than passively experiencing it, can combat feelings of depression. If you're in America, you are voluntarily depressed. Your depression is voluntary. Long-term depression. We're going to always have moments of depression. I'm talking about long-term depression. That's voluntary. You're playing the victim right now. Everybody gonna have moments of depression when they lose a loved one, when they fail a test, when they're not hired, when they're cut from the football team. Everybody gonna feel moments of depression. It's normal. It's normal. Engaging in hobbies, social activities, and physical exercise can provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Volunteering and helping others can also boost your mood and give us a sense of contribution and connection. See, there are ways out of depression. But if you're lazy and selfish, you're going to find ways to stay in depression. See, there's two types of people. There are people who make things happen, and there are people who watch things happen. And then, there's three types of people. There are people who make things happen, there are people who watch things happen, and there's people that's wondering what happened. They don't know what's going on. They're not paying attention, and they're not being proactive. They just there. They don't know what's going on. Wait, what happened, guys? Dude, you weren't paying attention? No, man, I was on smoking. I mean, come on, guys. I'm back. Routine and structure. Establishing a daily routine can provide stability and predictability, reducing anxiety and creating a sense of accomplishment. Regular activities such as exercise, work, and leisure help structure our day and keep us engaged. So, like, guys, working is not bad. Working is not bad. I call it wage slave, yes. But it's not bad if you are working towards your goal. We're all going to be in some form of slavery in our lives. I mean, that's just it. That word is being used loosely. I probably shouldn't use it as often, but this is the easiest way for me to let you know the condition of the average person. That's a term, that's a word. Without using a euphemism, that's a word that everybody knows, slavery. And I know that nobody wants to be a slave. So that's the most impactful word to use right now. Because nobody wants to be a slave. However, there were slaves that bought their freedom. They gained skills, they gained the craft, they learned how to farm, and they bought their freedom. Of course it was harsh. Of course it was wrong. But they were in slavery, and then they found optimism and positivity as a slave. They were optimistic. They had a future. Imagine that shit, man. You need to be listening to this. Imagine a slave saying, I got a future. And you, talking about you're depressed, and the slave wasn't depressed, and looked towards the future and said, I got a future. I'm going to be optimistic. And he worked and toiled in the sun, from sun up to sundown, thinking about his future. And he risked his life. He risked his family's life. He risked his life. Male and female. Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman. For us. For everybody, black and white. There were white people that was slaves too. They might not have been, abused slaves, but hell, they were still working in slaves. They still was poor as dirt. I mean, black people was held in bondage. I'm black. My ancestors was held in bondage physically. But shit, there were white people that was just as poor. They wish they were slaves, because at least the slaves had a place to live and to eat and had work to do. So they had a purpose in their life. Although they were slaves, it was horrible, it was terrible, it was tragic. And I'm not minimizing the tragedy of that Holocaust. All I'm saying is they didn't have time to be depressed. That's all I'm saying. Let me continue. Social connections. Building relationships. Strong social connections are like layers of warmth that protect us from the coldness of isolation. Investing time and effort in relationship with family, friends, and community can provide emotional support and a sense of belonging. Communication and shared experiences strengthen bonds and help us feel understood and valued. Self-care. This is very important, guys. This is number 5, self-care and well-being. Physical health. Taking care of our physical health is crucial for our mental health. Let me drink some water to that. Hold on one second. Spring water. Taking care of our physical health is crucial for our mental well-being. You are what you eat. That's the bottom line, guys. You are what you eat. Pink flamingos are not born pink. They're born gray. They gain their pink color by their food. The food that they eat. That's how they get their pink color. They are literally what they eat. Pink flamingos are not pink. They are gray. Adequate, regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are fundamental to feeling our best. Avoiding substances that can negatively impact our mood, such as excessive alcohol or drugs, is also important. Mental health. Seeking professional help when needed, such as therapy or counseling, is a proactive way to address mental health challenges. Therapy can provide tools and strategies to manage depression and other emotional issues. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and yoga, can help calm the mind and reduce stress. In conclusion, the expression "you're not depressed, you're underdressed for life" highlights the importance of actively engaging in self-care, positive thinking, and proactive behaviors to improve our mental and emotional well-being. By metaphysically dressing up for life with the right attitude, behaviors, and support systems, we can better navigate challenges and enhance our overall quality of life. It encourages us to take an active role in shaping our mental state and reminds us that we have the power to influence how we feel through our choices and actions. Guys, can't get any simpler than that. Can't get any simpler than that. It can be done. And people are doing it every day. That's how we enjoy the luxuries of life. Because people got off their ass, they built cars, they built cell phones, they built computers, they built airplanes, they built houses. People are building all these things. They're not laying around depressed. If everybody was depressed, we wouldn't have anything. But everything that we have today, all the conveniences that we're enjoying today, microwaves, television, all kind of activities, gaming systems, PlayStation, Xbox, you name it, makeup, jewelry, you name it. We have access to it. Because them people that were innovative, creative, they were not laying around talking about they depressed. So get your ass up, take off your mask of depression, and put on your best dress and take on life. Peace.